speed, the thrill, high octane drama can't get off fill. Engines roaring loud, heartbeats on the rise. On NFR, see the sparks in our eyes. Racing through the night, chasing every turn. On NFR, adrenaline we burn. Pit stops and fast cars, it's a wild ride. NFR, in our veins we can't hide. NFR, feel the rush, feel the speed. Formula One dreams, we take the lead. On NFR, we're flying high. Under the lights, we touch the sky. Yeah. Every lap a story, every driver's dream. On NFR, racing's the supreme. Checker flags waving, champions arise. NFR brings the glory to our eyes. NFR, where the legends are born. Speeding past the limits, engines reborn. In the fast lane, every second counts. NFR, the thrill always mounts. NFR, feel the rush, feel the speed. Formula One dreams, we take the lead. On NFR, we're flying high. Under the lights, we touch the sky. NFR with the rush, feel the speed. Formula One dreams, we take the lead. On NFR's lane, every second counts. NFR, the thrill always mounts. NFR, feel the rush, feel the speed. Formula One dreams, we take the lead. On NFR, we're flying high. Under the lights, we touch the sky. You move to NFR, feel the speed. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. We go SAFRL the show. Engines roar, lights will glow. Feel the rush, feel the flow. Every lap, a twist, a turn. Speeding fast, rubber burn. Crowds cheer, hearts churn. Victory, what we yearn. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Victory, what we earn. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Racing fast in full stride. Crashes, spins on the track. Up and down, who's coming back? Champions rise, no slack. Push to the front, never back. Pit stops, precision, gold. Strategy, daring, bold. Who will lead, not foretold. Speed and skill, tales unfold. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Racing fast in full stride. Feel the heat, fast and fierce.
Engines roar, the crowd goes wild. SAFRL under the lights. Tuesday night a battle begins. Speeding hearts chasing winds. Pit stops are lightning fast. Every second a driver must grasp. Bumps and spins on curves so tight, fighting for glory beneath the twilight. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine. The checkered flag is waving near. Fans are cheering, can you hear? Highs and lows in every lap. Draw unfolds, no time for a nap. Competitors push with all their might, risking it all in the fight. Victory awaits the bold and brave. Legends are born on this stage. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine. Checkered flag is waving near. Fans are cheering, can you hear? Highs and lows in every lap. Drawn falls, no time for a nap. Competitors push with all their might, risking it all in the fight. Victory awaits the bold and brave. Legends are born on this stage. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine.
Like a shooting star, the engines roar, the tires scream. Fast as lightning, it's a dream. Speed and drama, every turn on NFR. The rubber burns, feel the thrill of every bend, where the champions transcend. Feel the power at NFR. Burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR. Calls to play on NFR every race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd. Feel the power at NFR. Burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, holy friend. Not Fernando calls to play on NFR at race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd. Feel the power at NFR. Burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, holy friend. Deaf queen, the top supporter scene. The crowd where speed is keen. NFR, the place to be. Join the race, watch and see.
racing dreams in flight. SAFRL thunder roar, spinning wheels forevermore. Engines scream at 8 o'clock, adrenaline like a ticking clock. Turns and twists where legends bleed. Every fan needs to believe. In the league of SAFRL we rise, fuel and fire in our eyes. From the lows to the highest highs, it's the thrill that never dies. Pit stops quick, a race of fate. Champions born at heaven's gates. Trackside hearts beat wild and free. Victory for all to see. Rivalries burn tire lights, red and green in the night. Final lap on the moon's gaze, ending in a roaring blaze. Crowd rolls like crashing tide. In SAFRL we take pride. From start to end hero flights, everlasting speed delight. In the league of SAFRL we rise, fuel and fire in our eyes. From the lows to the highest highs, it's the thrill that never dies. In the league of SAFRL we rise, fuel and fire in our eyes. From the lows to the highest highs, it's the thrill that never dies. In the league of SAFRL we rise, fuel and fire in our eyes. From the lows to the highest highs, it's the thrill that never dies. The thrill that never dies. Pit stops quick, a race of fate. Champions born at heaven's gates. Trackside hearts beat wild and free. A victory for all to see. Rivalries burn tire might, red and green in the night. Final lap on the moon's gaze, ending in a roaring blaze. Crowd roars like crashing tide. In SAFRL we take pride. From start to end heroes fight. Everlasting speed delight. Delight.
Feel the speed, the thrill, high octane drama can get our fill. Engines roaring loud, heartbeats on the rise. On NFR, see the sparks in our eyes. Racing through the night, chasing every turn. On NFR, adrenaline we burn. Pit stops and fast cars, it's a wild ride. NFR, in our veins we can't hide. NFR, feel the rush, feel the speed. Formula One dreams, we take the lead. On NFR, we're flying high. Under the lights, we touch the sky. Yeah. Every lap a story, every driver's dream. On NFR, racing's the supreme. Checkered flags waving, champions arise.
stupid. I switch off everything.
NFR with the rush for the speed. Formula One dreams we take the lead. On NFR swing, every second counts. NFR, the thrill always mounts. NFR, feel the rush, feel the speed. Formula One dreams we take the lead. On NFR, we're flying high. Under the lights, we touch the sky. You will do NFR, feel the speed, the speed. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. We go SAFRL the show. Engines roar, lights will glow. Feel the rush, feel the flow. Every lap, a twist, a turn. Speeding fast, rubber burn. Crowds cheer, hearts churn. Victory, what we earn.
I am stupid. I switch off everything.
SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Victory, what we earn. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Racing fast in full stride. Crashes, spins on the track. Up and down, who's coming back? Champions rise, no slack. Push to the front, never back. Pit stops, precision, gold. Strategy, daring, bold. Who will lead, not foretold. Speed and skill, tales unfold. SAFRL, we ride. Highs and lows side by side. Drama here can't hide. Racing fast in full stride. It's time to go. Feel the speed, let it flow. Racing hearts, watch them glow. Turn it up, start the show. NFR, feel the heat. Fast and fierce, never beat. Engines roar, can't stay off seat. Catch the thrill, it's so sweet. Drama high, stars afar. Round the track like a shooting star. Feel the rush, NFR. Lap by lap, watch them spin. Victory's close, who will win? In our heads, the engine's din. NFR, let's begin. NFR, lights are green. Zooming fast, slick machine. Every twist, every scene. Catch the action on your screen. NFR, NFR, yeah. Drama high, stars afar. Round the track like a shooting star. Feel the rush, NFR. NFR.
Engines roar, the crowd goes wild. SAFRL under the lights. Tuesday night, a battle begins. Speeding hearts chasing winds. Pit stops are lightning fast. Every second a driver must grasp. Bumps and spins on curves so tight, fighting for glory beneath the twilight. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine. The checkered flag is waving near. Fans are cheering, can you hear? Highs and lows in every lap. Drawn falls, no time for a nap. Competitors push with all their might, risking it all in the fight. Victory awaits the bold and brave. Legends are born on this stage. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine. Checkered flag is waving near. Fans are cheering, can you hear? Highs and lows in every lap. Drawn falls, no time for a nap. Competitors push with all their might, risking it all in the fight. Victory awaits the bold and brave. Legends are born on the stage. SAFRL on a Tuesday night. Adrenaline rush and flashing lights. Tears and triumphs on the line. In the race of life at 8 p.m. shine.
Like a shooting star, the engines roar, the tires scream. Fast as lightning, it's the dream. Speed and drama, every turn on NFR, the rubber burns. Feel the thrill of every bend, where the champions transcend. Feel the power at NFR. Burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR. Calls to play on NFR every race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd. Feel the power at NFR. Burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, holy friend. And now Fernando calls to play on NFR at race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd. Feel the power at NFR. Burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, holy friend. Deaf Queen, the top support is seen. In the crowd where speed is keen. NFR, the place to be. Join the race, watch and see.
chasing dreams in flight. SAFRL thunder roar, spinning wheels forevermore. Engines scream at 8 o'clock, adrenaline like ticking clock. Turns and twists where legends bleed. Every fan needs to believe. In the league of SAFRL we rise, fuel and fire in our eyes. From the lows to the highest highs, it's the thrill that never dies. Pit stops quick, a race of fate. Champions born at heaven's gates. Trackside hearts beat wild and free. Victory for all to see. Rivalries burn tire lights. Red and green in the night. Final lap on the moon's gaze. Ending in a roaring blaze.
In the day, the oldest F1 driver to start a race was Louis Chiron, who finished 6th in 1955.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to NFR. Welcome back to SAFRL. And if you were with us on Sunday, welcome back to Albert Park. Of course, this is the beginning of a new season, as it was a beginning of a new season for SKR on Sunday. Season 11 starts here. We're going to have a field of 17. Not quite as full as it was on Sunday, but some quality drivers in this field. One of the first drivers out on circuit. One of the two Ferraris. This is Andre. What is going on with my camera angles? There we go. Already got 4 drivers out on circuit. Sugar Bear out on track. One of the 2 McLarens. There's a little bit of controversy already coming off those 2 McLarens. There's already been a directive change for the rear wing for China. The FIA picked up some things on that McLaren they didn't particularly like. They didn't break any rules, but they may have pushed the boundaries a little too far. No lap times on our screen just yet. Gonna have to see down the order. Of course, we've got Wheeze, we've got Jonas. I did hear a rumor that those two want to increase their challenge tonight, so they may not set a lap time so that they can start from the rear of the field. It would be an interesting scenario, to the quickest drivers in the field coming from the rear. A lot of overtakes to make in the opening laps. I asked for a prediction from the comment section for the top 3. No predictions as of yet, except for one. If you're listening, Harsh Platoon, you're predicted to just take the whole podium. First, second and third. It's going to be domination from the Williams driver, Harsh Platoon. Drivers on outlap, some drivers already on their first attempt. At timing screen is empty on your left hand side, but it's going to become full shortly. Let's get some stats up on your screen. No need to look at the tyres, everybody on a set of softs, no reason to be on any other tyre at this point. Just a short quali session, just the 18 minutes for everybody to get around, and 4 of those minutes have already gone by. 2 drivers have set lap times. Sugar Bear over the line first, Andre over the line second. 1:17 and a 1:18, big difference between those 2 times. Next over the line. Well, we're gonna have to just wait. I was about to say next over the line, and then everything changed. Virus goes into provisional pole. His teammate at Aston Martin this season, Skull and Virus, the teammates at Aston Martin, currently P1, P2, sharing that front row. Sugar Bear in P3. Then we've got Boinkies making a return. Haven't seen the driver in quite some time. He is back on a Tuesday night. This is Andre. He has done his first lap time. Not sure if he's happy with that lap time. He's probably going to have to come in, try again. We know his pace is close to Skull, so that's a 17.0. So he's got a lot more. He's just abandoned that lap, charged up the battery, and he's having another go. Of course, Ferrari tonight will be hoping for a better result than they got IRL on Sunday morning. Of course, that is, or at least F1 2025. Ferrari had their worst start to a season since 2009. That was when both Ferraris retired from the opening round, or failed to score points rather, in the opening round. It's Ferrari, currently quickest. We saw the Aston Martins P1 and 2. It's Ferrari has dethroned them. Seems like 50% of that prediction was correct. Rees has retired from qualifying. He will take no further part, and he will start from the rear of the field. Of course, if another driver chooses to retire, he will start ahead of Wees. Seems to work. The longer you are in the session, the higher up you will be in that order. And there we go, Jonas has retired from the session as well, so 2 of the quickest drivers in the field will take no part in qualifying. They're going straight into the race with all their tyres in check, but they're going to be starting from the rear of the field. Are we going to see some interesting pit stop strategies, or do they just expect to rocket through the field? This is Ferrari, current pole sitter, as he returns to the pits. Virus sitting in the pits. This is Skull. Fastest of the drivers currently out on circuit, so he's preparing those tyres, preparing for another attempt. Maybe to dethrone his teammate. He wouldn't have to do much to dethrone his teammate. Look at the lap times between the teammates. What a match. 17.05, 17.09, 4 hundredths of a second. More like 3.5 hundredths of a second. Cover the 2 teammates. But Spikes is in P4. About to go over the line looking for an improvement. 17.1 is his best time. 4 it remains. Andre returns to the pits, 1:17.6. You know he can go a little quicker than that. Remember, he did multiple laps to get that time. So that means he would have had a bit of extra fuel in the car. And when he did get that lap time, those tyres would have been past their prime. So once he removes all of the fuel from the car, puts on a new set of rubber, I expect that lap time to come down quite a bit. It's Ferrari, still leads the session. Virus still sharing that front row. He's about to start a quick lap. We'll go over to his teammate who's about to finish his quick lap. He doesn't return to the pits, which suggests there's an improvement on the cards. Does he get into the 16s? Goes over the line. He does get into the 16s. A 16.8 for Skull. He goes up onto the front row, dethroning his teammate. Speaking of his teammate, there he is. Ideally, they would both like to be on that front row. But it's Free just a little too quick at the moment. 1:16.0, big difference. Then Spikes has demoted both Aston Martins to the second row. Spikes goes P2, 16.5. And there's some really quick drivers in this field, but two of the quickest drivers in this field starting at the rear. Speaking of the rear, that's Scully just losing the back of the car there. Doing well to hold on to things, but that will cost him a little bit of time. Goes over the line looking to improve from P12. He does improve from P12. Goes up into the top 10. P10 that is. The only driver not to have set a lap time. Forgot the name again. Is SPM. It's Faree, still the quickest man. He's on an outlap, looking to improve on that even further. 16.0 seems pretty safe to me. But he's going out one more time. In fact, there's still time to maybe get 2 runs in. This is Mink, a driver I'm not familiar with, I don't think. I have commentated on Mink. Lots of racing on this channel. Sometimes guys skip a season or 2, forget about them. Welcome to everyone in the comment section. It's a busy stream. Great to see. Let me know in the comment section if the stream is running okay on your side. Just getting a few red flags here on the screen, so hopefully everybody is enjoying the stream. If you are getting any buffering, I suggest rewinding the stream just 10 or 15 seconds. That should sort out your issue. It's Faree, still the quickest man, and he's on another quick lap. Hasn't had enough. Looking for something more. 16.0 not enough for him. He wants to get himself into the 15s to stamp his authority on the race. He knows he's got 2 very quick drivers coming from the rear of the field, but he's going to have a fantastic opportunity here in this race if he can just open up that gap before those 2 opponents are able to get to the front of the field. Of course, we saw a relatively clean race on Sunday night. Haven't heard anything in the comment section about any weather phenomenons happening this evening, so I think we're going to have a similar race to Sunday. No weather really getting involved. One thing we did see on Sunday was penalties, so these drivers might want to keep that in mind. Need to stay within those white lines. A late safety car can completely destroy your race if that penalty column gets a little too high. It's Faree, Spikes. Just ridiculous. 17.04, 17.05. Let's go to the quickest man in the field. That is, it's Faree. He returns to the pits. Sugar Bear just set that lap, so this is an in lap. Virus returning to the pits. Just 4 minutes remaining. Everybody who was out there on a quick lap who didn't see a possible improvement, they would have dived into the pits by now. Just 4 minutes remaining. Everybody getting ready for their final run. Does take a bit of time to get around this circuit, so out lap, fast lap, in lap can take quite some time, so the drivers out on circuit probably aren't going to get another run. Drivers in the pits all waiting for the right moment. Last thing you want to do is all go out at the same time and run into traffic when you want to give it your final go. Sugar Bear still out on circuit, still P5. Didn't see the improvement, but Skull has improved, gets himself back onto that second row. Mink on an outlap again in P3, looking to improve, maybe get himself onto that front row. He's got a 16.6. Spikes in P2, 16.5, so you wouldn't need to find much, just a 1/10 of a second would do it. SPM remains in the pits, no lap time from him. I believe that's another driver, I don't know. Is that Mutant Mind? I think that is Mutant Mind. So Mutant Mind also retires from the session. I don't think that's a representative lap. It's a 130.3. Some of the drivers I don't know. Don't know how they're going to perform in the race. I don't know them. Are they quick? Are they not? What I do know is 2 of those 3 retired drivers are very quick, and we expect to see a lot of them in this race. This is Virus, the second Aston Martin. Get a caution out on track. Don't need to worry about that in qualifying. That's just somebody going slow. Usually someone just returning to the pits. Someone preparing for a lap. Just over 1.5 minutes remaining in this session. Virus finishing an outlap. Give it one more go. His best time is a 17.0. Wants to get himself into the 16s. The 16 is not going to be good enough for pole. It's Ferrari in a different league at the moment. We know a few quick drivers have not set lap times, but a 1:15.8, the only driver in the 15s, and 6.5 tenths quicker than the man in P2. Man in P2 is this man here. Spikes on an outlap. Mink, P3, on his final run, is he? No, he's giving way. This is Skull. He's now in the closing stages of the lap, penultimate corner, going into the final corner. See, does he improve? He's on the second row. He does improve. He goes to the front row. Very nicely done. Second only to Isfari, 16.4. It's just enough to get him ahead of Spikes, but Spikes is out on circuit, and he'll want to take that position right back. Drives to a caution as well, but we don't need to worry about that in the game. If we're in real life, you need to tap off. Show the stewards that he did get off the throttle. That doesn't count in the game. Don't need to worry too much about those cautions. Two Ferraris, line astern, P8, P9. Those positions look very familiar to where they finished in Australia on Sunday night, Sunday morning rather. We saying there is no sound. Let me know, can you hear me, or is it the game that's muted? on my screen like everything should be working, so I'll be back with you in just a minute. Just tested my own stream and I can hear myself and I can hear the cars, so I'm not quite sure, but if you are having any problems with buffering, the computer is struggling a little bit tonight, so if you are having any problems with buffering, just remember to rewind a couple of seconds. It tends to sort it out. So that is the end of quali. No time remaining. It's free. Gonna be P1, and Spikes was able to come back. Sorry, I just got a little distracted by the comment there. Wanted to make sure I could get the stream in order for the race. So it's free. He's going to start from P1. Alongside him on the front row will be Spikes in the Williams. Then we've got SPM P3, Skull P4. It's followed by Andre, Mink, Sugar Bear, Virus, Harsh Cartoon, and Top Gun in the top 10. Further down with a bit of work to do, P11 Boinky, Skull P12, then Scully 13. I thought those were the same driver. Then Alpha 14, Mutant 15, and then Jonas and Wheeze going from the rear of the field. And there we go, we're back. We're looking at an empty pit lane. All of the cars, all of the action to the left hand side of your screen as drivers prepare. As drivers get ready to have another go. Hi everybody, I'm back. Just let me know if you can hear me. We had a major crash on this side. Everything switched off. The whole laptop, blue screen, everything happened. So we are back. We missed the start, but we are here for the end of lap 1. Let me know in the comment section if you can see the stream, if you can hear the stream. All sorts of issues here tonight. So it's Ferrari leads the way from Spikes. If I remember correctly, that's the order they started in. Then Skull looked like he was going to start from the front row, only to have that position stolen away from him in the closing stages. Mink in P4. Then we've got the first of the two Ferraris in P5. There is something wrong with the game sound. Not quite sure. I just don't want to fiddle with that right now. Might break the stream again. Fortunately, there's no game sound, at least for now. Spikes still leads the way. It's Ferrari coming through the field. He's in P2. Skull P3. Minx in P4. I don't know why I said it's Ferrari's coming through the field. He's in fact lost the position. Gone down to P2. Spikes is the new leader and he's the fastest lap so far. Let's bring up the tyre screen. see what everybody is doing in the opening stages of the race, and as the same as Sunday, nobody going for the soft tyre. Obviously the soft tyre doesn't get very far around this circuit. Everybody going either for the medium or the hard, and it seems like a pretty even split. SPM is no longer in this race. He has retired from the race very early on. We didn't see any sort of incident, so I wonder if he retired in the pits or what that issue was. Still spikes from It's Free. Of course, this circuit has 4 DRS zones, makes it so difficult to defend over a long period of time. If that driver behind you has the pace, it's inevitable. It's Free now back to the front. Look at that tyre screen. It's Free, the leader. He's on a hard set of tyres. Spike's on a medium set of tyres. He should have the tyre advantage at this stage. The car just ahead of him and the car just behind him, both on the hard compound. We've picked up our first penalty of the evening. That goes the way of Sugar Bear. He'll want to close the tap on that as quickly as possible. 3 seconds can turn into 6 and then 9, and things get really messy after that. Of course, you don't even need to get that many penalties. We've seen just the 3-second penalty cost drivers race wins, podiums, and of course points. Fantastic driving here by Spikes, and It's Free. Let's go to the other side of the field. Not quite the other side of the field. Let's have a look. Here's Jonas. Jonas already up to P6, making up a lot of time in the opening laps. The other man that started at the rear of the field, he's also made up a lot of ground, but not quite as much. He's down in P11. That's Wheeze. Keep your eyes on those two drivers because they're on the move. This is Jonas in P6. He started from P16. He's made up 10 positions. Very early days in the race, just lap 5 of 29. Andre in P5, trailing the Sauber. In fact, in F1, Sauber leads Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship. That really wasn't a good opening round for the Scuderia. Scuderia Ferrari HP. Don't like it. Top Gun comes the second driver to pick up a 3-second penalty. And now Skull, it's happening at the front. Skull, he's got past Spikes, and that wasn't quite enough. He challenged the Red Bull driver, challenged It's Free, lost a bit of momentum in the process. And now he's trying to defend from Spikes on the outside. I always get confused between these two, and now that they're fighting each other on circuit, it's even more confusing. Spikes and Skull. The names are just a little bit too similar in my head. It's Free leads. Spikes P2, Skull P3. It's Free will be looking at this and he'll be thinking, you two fight. Let me get up the road. I want to get up the road before Jonas, before Wheeze get to the front of the field. But at the moment, that doesn't seem all that easy. Jonas has made up another position. Last time we checked, he was in P7, now up to P6. And I think Wheeze has gone down 2 positions. There we go, that's the reasoning for it. He's come into the pits. So Wheeze has come into the pits. I'm not sure if that was damage related or strategy related. But you can see he's on a brand new set of mediums. So that'll explain why he went back down the order after making up ground initially. It's Free leads the way. Spikes as close as can be, 5/10, then a further 5/10 back. You'll find Skull. That's the top 3 in this race. Andre P4. Told you in qualifying that the comparison between those two drivers, I can always tell when one of them is having a bad day, because on a good day they match each other to a tenth of a second. Skull and Andre finding each other on circuit yet again. P3, P4. How many times have those two been teammates? Not tonight. Aston Martin and Ferrari. Two very opposing teams. They don't even share an engine. It's Ferrari still out front, still defending. Now what's going to happen for it's Ferrari, as well as for the driver in P3, that is Skull and it's Ferrari. This tyre will start to work out better for them. The medium is going to start to fall off. I'm not saying the medium is in any way undrivable, but it will start to pass its peak. You will start to just feel the odd slide here and there. Does dent the confidence. Makes you think twice next time you go into that corner. And of course, in F1 there can be no thinking twice. There's just no time. This is Andre, P4. Trailing the Aston Martin of Skull, who's getting further up the road now. Last time we checked, that gap was 1 second. It's now 2 seconds. So I wonder if the Ferrari made a mistake. No mistakes at the front. 1 second covers the top three. It's Ferrari, Spikes, and Skull. We saw Skull get involved in that battle not so long ago. And ooh, there's another car here. There's another car here. I think that's a lapped car getting in the middle of this bunch. And it's just made things look even more interesting. It's Ferrari leads from Spikes, then Skull, Andre P4. I think now that Ferrari driver, does he have any damage? He's losing a lot of time now. 2.5 seconds. The gap was 1, then 2, now 2.5 seconds. He's lost 5 tenths. Half a second in half a lap. Wonder if there's any damage to that Ferrari, and well, that is a disappointment. First safety car of the evening, lap 8 of 29. We just happened to go on that car at the exact moment the safety car was triggered. So you get to see the reason for the safety car this time. We don't always catch that. Spikes. It was a tough race at the front. It's Ferrari, Skull trying to attack. It's Ferrari trying to defend from Skull. Just one little mistake and it's triggered a safety car. And it's triggered a chain of events in the pits. It was looking like a race that was starting to settle down. Everything has now flipped. Just remember, we had the two quick drivers starting at the rear of the field. It's going to be interesting to see how they play this out. It's going to be interesting now because Skull and Virus, they did not pit under safety car. The only reason for that, I imagine, is they started on that hard tire, and the plan for that hard tire was for it to do many more laps than just the 8. So they didn't want to come into the pits and put on a set of mediums, because that would mean a 2-stop. So they have to stay out, hold on to track position. But what that does mean is when the race does get going, they're going to have a bunch of cars behind them on brand new mediums. In the comment section, sorry there, Spikes. If you are in the comment section, let me know what happened there. Was it just a little bit too much pressure? Of course, 8 laps, trying to attack, at the same time trying to defend. Just pushing that ultimate pace. And to stay with its Ferrari, well, you have to be quick. And that's exactly what he was doing. Maybe he just took it a little too far. Of course, this is a street circuit. Barriers get very close in places. Just a wheel on the grass in the wrong part of the circuit, and that could be the end of your night. We're under safety car. First stoppage we've had in this race. While we're under safety car, it's probably a good time to mention. Let's see if I've done this calendar correctly. Yeah, there we go. The calendar is working. So as you can see there on the calendar, round one, that's where we are. We're in Australia. Next up, next week, it's China. It's going to be the first sprint race of the season. Of course, the next sprint race of the season will be round 8. And then the reason I brought this calendar up is there's 2 rounds there. Round 3 and round 7. Those 2 rounds, remember last season we did the mystery circuits? It's going to be something similar, but with a slightly different touch. We're going to let the viewers of NFR decide where those races are going to be held. So of course, 10 tracks already exist on the calendar of the 24. So that means we'll put up a poll with a bunch of circuits, probably on the YouTube channel, because a lot of you aren't on Discord. So we'll put up a poll on YouTube. We'll put it up just after the end of that Chinese Grand Prix. So everybody's got a week to go on the channel, go and vote. And hopefully we can get enough votes to have an actual winner. Let's not have a situation where everybody votes one. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready for the restart? And it's going to be an interesting restart because it's going to be Skull versus Virus, the 2 teammates at Aston Martin. For some reason that didn't appear right, but I think that's because there's a lapped car in between them. Yes, it is. I think there's 2 lapped cars in between them. Aston Martin, and then I see a Haas and another Haas, and then the second Aston Martin. So on the timing sheets, they appear first and second. On the track, they look a little further away. Harsh Cartoon in P3. Now we're seeing a bit of a strange order, and that's because of the safety car. Some of the cars chose not to pit, hold on to track position. Others chose to pit, get brand new tires. They're going to have a slight advantage over the next couple of laps. This is SAFRL going up the inside. What I think was a Williams, that was Harsh Cartoon, already losing a position. Skull and Virus at the front of the field, the 2 teammates, both on hard tires, both 10 laps old. They started with those tires, looking to take those tires a little deeper on into the race so they can finish on the medium. Of course, they are going to come under a lot of pressure because now all those drivers behind them on medium tires are much, much fresher tires than what they are running. When we've got a car going off there in the background, that almost looked like Oscar Piastri on Sunday morning, just going off very wide there on the penultimate corner into the grass. Luckily for him, the grass is not quite wet. When Oscar Piastri was asked how he managed to get the car out of there, well, turns out Oscar Piastri spent 2 days on the Jeremy Clarkson farm and he learned how to reverse a tractor in the mud. So apparently that's where that little bit of experience came in. Looked like for all money he wasn't going to get that car out of the grass, but he managed to do it. Skull leads the way. 1.3 seconds is the gap down to it's Ferrari. That's the man he's been fighting all race, but now things have changed. Things have changed so much. 11 laps on the hard tire for Skull. Just the 3 laps on the medium for it's Ferrari. 2 very, very different pit windows now. And that safety car has really come in, rolled the dice, and messed this order up a little. What it has done is it's helped this man, a man that needed no assistance in coming through the field, but it's helped him anyway. Jonas up to P3. the other driver that started at the rear of the field, the second Red Bull in P8, making up ground probably as quickly as he'd like. It's already lap 13 of 29. Also remember there are a few cars up the road from him that have not yet pit. It's Ferrari leads the way, just 4-lap old mediums, so he's going to have a great advantage now. Those tyres are going to have a lot more grip. Then Skull just behind him, and Skull starting to come under pressure now from another medium runner and a very, very quick medium runner. He's been on the move. He started from the rear of the field. He's now up into P3 and he's attacking the back of the Aston Martin, looking to take that P2 away. And looking to go give its Ferrari a fight there at the front of the field. You can see Skull just losing a bit of time now. 1 second is the gap, so he's fallen out of DRS. That could just come down to him watching his mirrors a little, being aware not only that there's a driver behind him, but who is behind him. He knows it's one of the quickest drivers in the field, one of the quickest drivers in the league. And you just got to put that out of your mind. Forget who you're racing. Focus on the road in front of you. The only two things you should be worrying about is where do I brake, where is the apex, and then repeat. But Skull has eventually lost that position. There's really not too much he can do at this stage of the race. He's got 13 lap old hards. Other drivers threw the dice during the safety car. He did not. He stayed out, held on to track position. Now he's starting to feel the effects of it. He just doesn't have the grip that the drivers around him have. Now my next question, well, this question has to go to the comment section. If there's anybody in the comment section that can answer this, let me know. How far can these medium tires go? Some of these medium tires, well, they've done 6 laps. I think that's the furthest. How far can you go? 6 laps. What's the most laps you can get on this medium set of tires? And are some of these drivers going to have to opt for the 2-stop strategy? Maybe they're hoping for a second safety car. The top 3 at the moment, it's Ferrari, followed by Jonas, then Skull. He's falling back 1.8 seconds now. Sugar Bear sets the fastest lap of the race, and that seems very, very broken. Don't think anyone's going to beat that. According to the game, Sugar Bear just went around the Albert Park circuit in 14 seconds. If F1 was that fast, it would be banned. It's Ferrari, leads the way from Jonas. He'll be aware now. He'll be aware of who's behind him. He'll be aware that a battle is coming pretty soon. DRS around this circuit is an absolute beast. This is Jonas. Don't think he's going to be close enough this time round. It's Ferrari set the fastest lap, and immediately Jonas takes it back. Obviously, he's matching that driver in front of him, and he's got the use of DRS and a bit of slipstream. It's Ferrari has to do all the defense. You can see the smoke coming off the tires there. Just a bit of a lockup. Starting to feel the pressure. And just a note to the viewers, when you do see tires smoking like that, that is not always the case of the driver locking up. Sometimes that is just the game adding a bit of flair, adding a bit of drama. We go now to the rear of the field. There's 2 cars at the rear of the field I want you to take note of. One of them is Boinkies in P12. The next one is Harsh Cartoon in P13. Wasn't sure about the reasoning, but I think we're seeing some drops. There's some drops on the screen. 2 drivers have gone on to the intermediate tire. I think this is a little too early for those intermediates, but things are changing yet again. We had a safety car, it mixed up the field. Now we're starting to get a few raindrops. It's lap 16 of 29. There's a long way to go. Jonas goes into the lead of the race at a crucial time because DRS could be disabled any moment. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this race. It's been a little bit of everything. Race got going, got to lap 8. Things looked like they were starting to settle down. You could start to see a pattern, maybe start to predict a few positions in the race. But then safety car came out, scrambled the field. And just as things were starting to take shape once again, everybody into the pits, everybody onto inters, and things are going to get interesting yet again. See Death Queen saying Andre and Skull full wets. I don't see that on my screen. This is Andre, definitely the green wall tire. And then where is Skull? I don't see him. There he is, Skull in P5. He's still on that hard tire. He's going to be one of the last drivers to go onto the Inter. Of course, while DRS is still open, it means the track is not considered damp. And therefore those slick tires should still work. But once you see DRS disabled, it's absolutely time to come in. And Skull's not going to spend any more time out on circuit. I think every lap you spend out on circuit on that slick tire, you're just costing yourself time. Comes into the pits. I think everybody will now go onto that intermediate tire. Nobody let me know. Death Queen saying front wing damage. Oh, I thought it was full wets. Andre and Skull front wing damage. Jonas leads the way at the front, and look at the gap, 2.8 seconds. And look who's in P3. Well, Jonas and Wheeze started from the rear of the field. Hitzferee started from pole position. And your top three are Jonas, Hitzferee, and Wheeze. Wheeze does have a pretty long way to go if he's going to catch those top two. 9.2 seconds between him and Hitzferee, and he would have loved a full safety car. A full safety car would have just closed this field up so we could go racing again, but it seems like this will just be a virtual safety car. I don't see anyone falling down the field right now, so I'm not sure. Not quite sure who triggered that virtual safety car. Doesn't happen often, but we have seen situations where a car just goes off circuit. It's a little off circuit for, well, it's off circuit for a little too long rather, and it triggers a safety car. I once had a spin that triggered a safety car and destroyed a race between two drivers. Jonas leads the way. Virtual safety car has neutralized things for now. Of course, unlike the full safety car, where everybody is brought together for a restart, the virtual safety car just requires you to drive within a delta, drive within an average speed, and when it goes away, there it goes. Safety car is off and we're back underway. 4.7 seconds is the gap between 1 and 2. That means Jonas has found even more time. It's running away at the front at this stage. We've got Sugar Bear in P3. Wheeze was in P3 not so long ago, but Wheeze has retired from the session. We said we didn't see anybody falling down the order. We weren't sure what the safety car was about. But I think there is your answer. Mink retires from the session. Wheeze retires from the session. I wonder if those two incidents had anything to do with each other. It was just coincidence, really, that they retired at the same time. But we've lost another two drivers, so now we're down to, is that 13? I think we've got 13 drivers remaining in the field of the 17 that started, so 5 retirements. This is Jonas. 5.1 seconds. Continues to pull away. It's Ferrari in P2. Nothing he can do about it for now. He led a majority of this race. Fought it out with Skull. Fought it out with Spikes. Eventually Spikes fell on lap 8. Triggered a safety car. Triggered a whole bunch of events. And just as things started to normalize, raindrops started to fall, everybody came in, got themselves on a new set of tires, and full wets. I see full wets in the field. Virus has come into the pits. Does he know something the rest don't know? Is the rain going to continue to get worse? He thinks the rain's going to get worse. He's gone onto the full wet tire. And if we see him making a lot of ground, then we'll know it's time for wets. The gap between Virus and Boinky is 5.2 seconds. You want to keep your eyes on that gap, because if it suddenly comes down, it means the track may have just changed to another tire. Of course, we don't see a lot of standing water on the circuit right now. That's usually when the wet tires come out. We's got in an incident with, let me check, that was Mutant. So We's, unfortunately coming through the field from the rear of the field, got involved in an incident with Mutant. I'm not sure if that was you lapping the horse. I presume you were lapping the horse. Very unfortunate there. Putting it nicely, Mutant just jumping on the brakes unexpectedly hard, and We's had no time to respond. Not to accuse anyone of anything, but that term is brake check. I won't finish the rest of the comment though. He's complaining that he got into more than just the one tangle with that driver. I'm not going to make politics in the comment section, but I will make a suggestion. I am a very, let's say, I'm not the best driver at this game. In fact, I'm not very good at this game. But when I'm driving at the back, I'm okay, because the drivers at the back, they're as good as me. When I'm at the front, I have a problem, and I think that works in reverse. Quick drivers are used to driving with quick drivers. Quick drivers don't make mistakes. They're consistent. They go around lap after lap. When you start at the rear of the field, you're driving with drivers who aren't as quick as you, who aren't as good as you, and if they make a mistake, well, you're going to run into them. Seen it in the past. Extremely quick drivers out of position, and their race just going south. And it's really because you're racing the competition you're not used to, and Virus gets it sideways through the final corner on those full wets. The only driver on the full wets. Is he making up any ground? No evidence of that. We saw the gap was 5.1 seconds. I said keep your eye on it. It's 6.2 seconds. So in fact it's going the other way. Jonas out front. It's Ferrari doing everything he can to hold on to that Alpine, but 6.7 seconds. It's a big gap. Now Alpha picks up a 3-second penalty at the rear of the field. Some drivers in the comment section not too pleased with a driver, while others in the comment section are worshipping that driver. Now, I'm not sure if the worship is a little bit of sarcasm, or if it's the truth. Sugar Bear, was that another penalty? I just saw Sugar Bear. I didn't get to read the effect. I think he may have picked up another penalty. Jonas leads. It's free. 6.8 seconds. It's not coming down at all. It's not going to be a tyre advantage either way for them. They're both on a set of inters, both 5 laps old. This will not be a race that comes down to tyres. Sugar Bear in P3, but those penalties are going to hurt him. Just bring up your penalties detail screen. I thought he was up to 6. It's more than that. Sugar Bear 9 seconds. He's got a fantastic position at the moment, but those penalties suggest he's going to lose that position. Then we've got Top Gun, is that Scully and Alpha on 3 seconds apiece. So nothing too serious in the penalties column, with the exception of Sugar Bear, who's just been passed. Skull goes up into P3. Some call him a hero, some call him a clown. Jonas leads the way, 6.5 seconds, so it has come down ever just a little bit. Of course, lap 24 of 29. Conditions aren't great, you're leading by quite some distance. Might just start to tap off a little bit. And as I say, start to tap off, we just see it's free. The back end stepping out there on the outside curb. He's definitely pushing, giving it everything. He has not settled for second place. I don't believe that for a second. None of these drivers will settle for a position. They're going to push to the very end, because we've seen strange things happen on this channel. Late safety cars, late mistakes from drivers who should have won a race. Anything can happen, and if you're not pushing to the very end and you lose out on that position by a second, well, you're going to kick yourself. I am enjoying Weezer's comments so much. I'm just a little worried about bringing them to the stream. They're a little mean. I'm scared of driving against Weez now. If I ever see Weez in the same lobby as me, well, I'm leaving. The man is mean. That is terrible. You're saying that he was doing qualifying at another circuit. Well, Jonas leads the way from its free, 7.4 seconds. Gap still increasing. So there is a bit of work to do for the two Haas drivers. Not sure how much experience they've had in league racing. This is the first time I've commentated on both of those Haas drivers, Mutant Mind and Alpha. They're both at the rear of the field. And we've had a retirement, a late retirement, and a late safety car, as late as they can come. Lap 25 of 29. What will this do? What will this do? Attention turns to the drivers at the front. Will drivers come into the pits? Ooh, and I think the drivers at the front, well, the drivers right at the front, they haven't been able to come into the pits. They've gone past the pits. This is Sugar Bear. Fresh set of intermediate tyres, so no need for those wet tyres. Top Gun. Andre. He's actually stayed out on circuit, looking to make up a few track positions. Not sure how many he's going to make up. Remember now, they're going to be behind the safety car for 2 laps, possibly 3. So we're just going to have a 1 or a 2 lap shootout to the end of the race. So if you haven't made a pit stop, your inters are a little bit older than the other drivers around you, you might still be able to get away with it, because defending on a set of inters with no DRS behind you, it's a lot easier than actually doing it in the dry. Death Queen, safety car, safety car. I wish I could just get YouTube to be a little bit quicker. There's a 10-second delay. So when you guys say safety car, for me it feels like it happened quite some time ago. No, Wheeze, I'm just joking. Don't take it too seriously. I know things can be frustrating, but I've seen it on this channel lots of times. Usually when the quicker drivers have a really bad race, it's because they find themselves out of position. They find themselves in positions in the field they're just not familiar with. Then all of a sudden, the guys you're familiar with, the guys you trust going wheel to wheel with, the guys you trust going side by side with, you know they're going to give you space. You respect them, they respect you. You race each other every second night. But then when you're at the rear of the field, surrounded by drivers you don't know, you think you can go wheel to wheel. Well, not quite. Mutant has retired from the session. That is the end of Mutant Mind. He will not pick up any points. He will not finish this race. Looks like we're going to have only 11 finishes in this race, and not all of them on the lead lap. Safety car in this lap, so not the longest of safety cars. When the safety car does come in, we'll be on lap 28 of 29. Means we're going to get 2 racing laps till the end of the race. It's going to be Jonas versus SAFRL versus Skull. The top 3, brand new set of intermediate tires. Then we've got Sugar Bear in P4, just 1 lap on those inters. Top Gun P5, also just the 1 lap. Harsh Cartoon P6, he chose not to pit, surprisingly. So he's got 11 lap old intermediates, and I hope for his sake he doesn't simply fall down the order at the restart. So lap 27 of 29, safety car is coming to an end, and when they go over the line, 28 of 29, just 2 laps to go. I think Jonas has gone already. Yes, he has. He pulls off into the distance. I'm not sure if he caught It's Free unawares. Alpha picks up a 10-second penalty for a severe collision. See if we can go back to that and have a look. Not quite sure what happened. Let's have a look. I saw an Aston Martin being involved there. Is there any damage to that Aston Martin? I don't see any damage to the Aston Martin, but apparently Alpha was involved in a severe collision. Jonas, It's Free. Remember, that gap got really large. I think it was 7.5 seconds. Then the safety car came out, closed everything up, gave them equal sets of tires. It's Free would have said, right, this is my opportunity to have another go, just 2 laps. But unfortunately for him, Jonas running down the road yet again, 1.2 seconds the gap early on. This is Skull, hasn't been able to stay with It's Free at the start of the race, and he's having to do everything in his power to defend from Sugar Bear. The one advantage he does have, if he loses that position on track, he's very likely to get it right back at the checkered flag. Sugar Bear, 9 seconds worth of penalties. This is the exact scenario I spoke of at the start of the race. If you rack up penalties and you get a late safety car, it will destroy your race. At the front, It's Free fights back. 9/10 of a second is the gap on the final lap of the race. He's not going to get DRS, unfortunately, or will he? I don't see any raindrops falling, but they are still on the intermediate tire. I didn't see any DRS notification. If he had DRS on this final lap, I think there'd be a bit more of a chance. He's going to have to do this all on his own. Ooh, and a big spin. A big spin. It's Ferrari giving it everything on the final lap. Trying to catch Jonas up the road. Just making a mistake. I hope that wasn't the internet and that was truly a mistake. If it was the internet, I apologize to It's Ferrari. It just looked like the car really stepped out. Got himself on the gravel. And you can see the gap up to 2.5 seconds. Sugar Bear still P3, but he's not going to be able to hold on to that position. This is the Aston Martin. Aston Martin of Skull currently in P4. Then Top Gun and Andre, the two Ferraris, but they're 6 seconds down the road. And over the line, Jonas, followed by It's Ferrari, followed by Sugar Bear, who's immediately demoted due to those penalties. So the podium, Jonas, It's Ferrari, and Skull. The opening round of SAFRL Season 11, another 10-second penalty. That's just for the unserved penalty. So messy race for the two Haas drivers. They'll be looking to spend some time out on track, away from the league. Some extra time on the tarmac. Get themselves a little more prepared for round 2. Driver of the day goes to Virus. He finished the race in P9. I read that wrong. For driver of the day goes to Jonas. Sorry, I read the wrong name. Brief look at the podium. And let's try get through these results. Jonas takes the victory from starting P16 on the grid. Then It's Ferrari. He's finished in P2, started in P1. Had a good race overall. Skull P3, started from P4, so made up one position in the race to get that podium. Sugar Bear, he'll be disappointed with those penalties. Could have got himself a podium on the night. Then he's followed by the two Ferraris. That is Top Gun and Andre in P5 and 6. Then Harsh Cartoon P7, Boinky's P8. Good race on his return. Virus P9 and Scully picks up the final point. No points on the night for Alpha. And then the DNF column. Skulk, Mutant, Wheeze, Mink, Spikes, and SPM. Well, folks, what was that? All I can say, we saw madness on Sunday morning at the Australian Grand Prix, with all the rookies retiring, with all the crashes, with all the spins on the white lines. On Sunday evening when we did SKR, I was expecting maybe a little bit more of that. We didn't get that. We got a pretty simple race, dry conditions in the qualifying, dry conditions in the race. But come Tuesday night, well, we did get our little repeat of Sunday morning. We had rain, we had crashes. In fact, we started with 17 drivers, finished with 11 drivers, so 6 retirements in this race. There was rain, there was 2 safety cars, 1 virtual safety car, literally a little bit of everything you can ask for on one race night, and all shoved into a 50% distance. That's a lot of stuff to happen in a 45-minute stream. I'm going to have a look at my Discord to see. I might have a problem. That is why the computer crashed. The computer actually crashed because the Discord was acting up. So I'm going to go into Discord just to see if anybody has joined. There's no one there at the moment. No one there at the moment, but we'll allow a minute or two to see if anybody does want to join. Of course, that was a fantastic Australian Grand Prix. I loved the Grand Prix on Sunday night at SKR, but this Grand Prix just had a little bit of everything. Every time I started to settle down, something happened, something to reignite my excitement in the race. Let's just have another quick look at the Discord server. Still nobody there. Just keep our eyes on it in case anybody does want to join. Of course, the comms box is always open at the end of the race to anyone who wants to join the comms box, have a chat about their race. Of course, in the beginning we always used to say the top 3 and the driver of the day, but in future, if anybody wants to join the comms box, have a little chat about their race, even I think this would be a good idea. If you do have Discord, join the NFR server. If you find yourself in a situation where you're watching the stream or listening to the stream, you have an early retirement as we did today, join the Discord server. I'll pull you into the comms box. You can help me commentate for the rest of the race, and you can tell me all about your incident. You might just have to tone down the anger when you're live. That would be great to have Wheeze, to have, of course I don't want you guys retiring from races, but to have guys like Wheeze, to have guys like Jonas, It's Free in the comms box would just be so great to have that sort of knowledge of how far tires can go, what's a good lap, what's a bad lap at all the different circuits. They know these things a lot better than I do. So that's an invitation. Comms box is open. You guys just need to let me know. Send me a DM on Discord, or let me know in the comment section down below. Love to have co-commentators on the channel, even if it's just from time to time. Now have one more look at the Discord. Now, I think we're going to call it a night. There's still nobody there, so we're going to call it a night. Let's just see. Does this work?
I am stupid. I am
Okay.
stupid.
Well, that sound works for
switch
some
off
reason, but I can't get the game to work. But yeah, weird things happening this evening on the laptop. So I'm going to give the laptop a bit of a break. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a break. You listen to me on Sunday, you listen to me again on Tuesday. We'll be back next week. Of course, these calendars, they're running very closely together. So next week will be China for SKR and SAFRL. And then, of course, come round 3, the calendars will separate slightly because SAFRL is going to have a race voted by you, the viewer. I want to thank everybody one more time. We had quite a few views on the channel at a stage. Of course, the stream crashed, came back. Everybody stayed with the stream. So thank you to all of you. If it's your first visit to the channel, and I doubt it is because I think everybody here looks very familiar, but if it is your first visit to the channel, remember to subscribe. We're heading for 1,000 subscribers. And if it isn't your first visit, remember just to leave a like so I know you guys are enjoying the content. One more thing before I go, remember just below the video in the bio there are 2 Discord links. One of those Discord links is for the SAFRL SKR Discord server. You can join that server if you're interested in driving in either one of these leagues. One of them is Sunday at 6 PM, the other one Tuesday at 8 PM. If you're looking for a drive and you're interested in driving here, you can go to their Discord. The other Discord is the NFR server. You can join that server if you want to partake in the comms box. And of course, we're trying to grow a bit of an F1 community over there. I want to thank you all, and until next time, cheers.
Speed, the thrill, high octane drama can get off fill. Engines roaring loud, heartbeats on the rise. On NFR, see the sparks in our eyes. Racing through the night, chasing every turn. On NFR, adrenaline we burn. turn to take the lead. On NFR's lane, every second counts. NFR, the thrill always mounts.